What is going on, guys? It is Wrestlelamia here, back with some more news. Join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know, including Conor McGregor calling out Mr. McMahon. Has the WWE purchased EVOLVE? WWE are furious with AEW. Why AEW has been no better than WWE, a wrestler has accidentally leaked huge American Bash spoilers, Ember may never wrestle again, and much more. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos. But now let's hit the intro and get straight into the news. As our first story looks at Conor McGregor calling out Mr. McMahon. The always outspoken UFC heavyweight champion is calling out the equally outspoken Vincent Kennedy McMahon, with the MMA great apparently looking to throw down with the king of Titanland. McGregor posted a picture on Instagram of himself with the UFC belt and WWE championship with the following caption: McGregor vs McMahon CEO flash match, tagging in Stephanie McMahon. The original post by the Mac said, "All of the belts. Do you think we'll ever see the McGregor Billy strut in the WWE?" Now, McGregor has taken shots at the WWE before, but could this latest comment lead to something substantial? After all, McGregor could be a huge draw in WWE, but until fans are back in seats, the WWE needs to hold off on this one, perhaps saving things until WrestleMania 37, when hopefully things are back to normal. That is, if Conor has any interest in the WWE. Next up, has WWE purchased EVOLVE? EVOLVE is the independent promotion that has worked occasionally with the WWE and is now a WWE property. Wrestling News' Paul Davis is reporting that WWE has indeed purchased the promotion. PW Insider reported the news today, and WrestlingNews.co has confirmed the story. According to Davis, EVOLVE has struggled financially, and despite some collaborations with the WWE, it just couldn't stay afloat. What the WWE intends to do with EVOLVE talent is unknown, but Davis reports the purchase of EVOLVE gives them access to their tape library that includes names like Mia Yim, AR Fox, Bobby Fish, Eddie Kingston, The Young Bucks, Sabu, Daniel Bryan, Austin Aries, Zack Sabre Jr., Ethan Page, Trent, Cedric Alexander, and many more. Do you guys have any interest in watching EVOLVE if the WWE puts its footage on the network? Next up, WWE is furious with AEW. Now, apparently some officials in the WWE are upset with AEW talent Taz after the human suplex machine cut a promo criticizing the WWE's COVID testing. In case you missed it, Taz called out Jon Moxley during night 1 of Fyter Fest, but he found time to take a shot at the WWE too when he discussed Moxley's multiple tests for the virus, then added, "As you know, we don't run a sloppy show." According to Meltzer, who discussed the reaction during the Wrestling Observer Live, he mentioned, "Boy, were there people upset with that line. There were people very upset with that line. How do you even argue it, right?" Given the WWE's lax testing and equally lax communication with its wrestlers, as according to Fightful Select, at one point wrestlers were contacting them for information on who was infected in the WWE, as they gave them no information, it's kinda easy to see why WWE officials might be angry at being called out. However, AEW shouldn't be so quick to criticize the WWE, as fans may not have been tested at Fyter Fest. Now, if you watched Fyter Fest, you'll likely notice there was an audience. But did you know that there were audience members besides wrestlers, and that there's a report coming out that not everyone present was COVID tested? Ryan Satin discussed a Reddit post from a fan who claimed to have attended Fyter Fest. The person who later deleted the post said they received a private invite to attend the show with about 60 other people who were non-crew members. Then they explained that everyone entering with them was required to wear a mask to even walk through the outside gates. This fan also claimed they had to sign waivers acknowledging they hadn't been exposed to COVID-19, as well as other precautions related to virus safety. They were not tested for COVID-19 to enter the building like talent and crew, however. They were only given temperature checks. Now, Satin did elaborate on the situation, including just who was invited and what, if any, other precautionary measures were made. According to a source in AEW, the people invited to Fyter Fest were local Daily's Place or Jaguar sponsors who were allowed to bring some family and friends. We're told these people got seated in the upper bowl of Daily's Place and were likely not tested because there was no way anyone up there could spit on or breathe on anyone in ringside or backstage area. Our sources say anyone who was in the lower bowl or backstage area though was tested for COVID-19. Once inside, the fans noted that people in this area were seated several seats apart from each other in every other row. Orlando reporter John Elba confirmed this story, tweeting, "I can confirm the substance of Ryan Satin's report regarding AEW and fans in attendance. Anyone who was seated ringside, lower bowl or backstage was COVID tested, as the company has been doing. The upper bowl seating report is also accurate from what I've been told." According to Satin, AEW set up a large buffer zone between the people who had been tested and those who had undergone simpler precautions. Satin went on to say that the promotion is spacing people out beyond CDC guidelines for the spread so that the tested people won't be affected by the breathing, sneezing, etc. of the non-tested. Now, unfortunately not everything is foolproof, even if you were trying to separate the two. Have AEW been irresponsible by not testing them for COVID, even though they took other precautionary measures? Granted, it's not like the WWE where they have fans at ringside, but still, a risk is a risk. Now, speaking of live shows, when will the WWE resume them? Now, in case you missed the news, the WWE was ready to resume live events with fans present beginning at the end of July. Unfortunately, the spike in virus cases in Florida seems to have motivated the promotion, putting things on hold. Nevertheless, the WWE is still chomping at the bit to get fans back into the arenas and make that almighty dollar. Recently, WWE Executive Vice President and Global Head of Sales and Partnerships John Brady spoke to Pro Sports Podcast announcing, "Yeah, look, first of all, if people will open arenas safely, we're ready. Our chairman and CEO Vince McMahon has said we're ready to go and entertain and put smiles on people's faces, so we look forward to the next step in transition. When we're in the time of reduced travel, we're just trying to produce content, deliver content, give fans the ability to ingest content. We've just had to pivot and evolve based on the realities of this global pandemic." Do you guys think WWE should even be considering running live events with paying fans yet? In all honesty, I don't think we're going to get paid fans until September or even November. Next up, a wrestler leaked a huge Great American Bash spoiler. Now, we still have night 2 to go, so if you don't want to hear this spoiler, and it's major, please skip ahead using the timestamps in the description. Now, whilst we're giving you enough time for that, Night 2 of the Great American Bash is being headlined by North American Champion Keith Lee taking on NXT Champion Adam Cole in a title versus title bout. Now, the match has been pre-recorded, but one wrestler got a little bit too excited and accidentally posted a picture of who won on their Instagram story. Ringside News is reporting NXT superstar Saurav Gurjar seemingly spoiled that finish when he posted a photo of Lee holding both belts. The Indus Share member apparently posted this photo to his Instagram story and it was quickly deleted. Saurav Gurjar then filled his story with other things not related to the tapings. Knowing the WWE's fondness for working the fans via social media, we'll take this one with a grain of salt unless the WWE announce it's wishing Gurjar well in his future endeavors. However, the photo looked legit and it's unlikely they'll be doing a retape. Next up, Ember Moon might not possibly wrestle ever again. Now, if you're wondering when Ember Moon, one of the WWE's most talented female wrestlers, is coming back from her Achilles tendon injury, according to her, not for some time. Speaking to comicbook.com, Moon revealed, "It's just a very long process and I would love to have a date back on board, but it's up in the air. I'm sitting here and I'm fighting a second surgery. I'm fighting against the second surgery. That's how bad it is. When I went on backstage and I said, I don't know if I'm ever going to wrestle again, I meant what I said and I stand by that." Moon explained that her injury was so bad that her Achilles was split in half and tore off the bone. Her surgeon told her that it was an extremely rare injury they'd only seen twice before. We certainly wish Ember Moon a full recovery and hoping for the best. And finally, a Mickie James update. Thankfully, not all injury news is a downer. WWE superstar Mickie James has been out for some time suffering a torn ACL and is going under the knife to repair it. Speaking with Chris Van Vliet, the highly decorated grappler revealed, "The doc had already cleared me, so I was literally getting that last 2 weeks to get cleared to come back to in-ring action and everything got shut down. So I went home and I just haven't been back since. There's no need to take that risk of going there if I'm not doing anything. I would rather bide my time and wait for the perfect opportunity." James has a smart mindset as she waits for her opportunity. However, that doesn't mean that she doesn't have big ambitions for when she does step back into the ring. I'm gonna go in and take all the championships. I'm gonna be my own tag team partner, and I'm gonna go there and take those championships first, and then I'm gonna take both of the women's championships at the same time. Considering the state of the current women's division, Mickie might very well win the belts on her own. But there you have it, guys, the wildest news stories and rumors you need to know. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.